Well, good morning, kids. How are you all today? Does anybody remember what we started waiting for last week? The birth of baby Jesus. That's right. Still hard to wait, isn't it? But we have to wait. Now, remember, Jesus was a carpenter, like his father, so we decided to honor him by starting a woodworking project. And we told you last week that we'd bring some plans along and some different kinds of wood so that we could study some of this. Oh. Well, good morning, Whistler. Good morning, he says. You guys remember that the Whistler only talks with whistles, so I have to interpret for him. So I was just getting ready to show these kids some plans. Would you like to look at them with us? Boring. Snooze time. Well, did you bring your plans? Of course. I don't see them. Where are they? Up there. Really? Well, there should be plenty of room up there, kids. It's usually pretty empty. Be careful, he says. Well, kids, let me show you some real plans. And like I brought you a whole set of house plans, because when you start building a house, it takes pages and pages and pages of drawings, so we get every Whistler, can you at least have a little respect? We're trying to teach the kids here. Okay. Where's your plans? But you do have plans. I'll tell you what. Why don't you draw out your plans while I talk to the kids here a little bit? Okay. So, I brought a couple of more plans. I got some here for a birdhouse and all of the little pieces that we have to draw. And here's a toy plane. That looks like a fun project to build. There's lots and lots of pieces that we have to make. So do any of those look like fun projects? Kind of. And then we have to pick what kind of wood we want. So I found a log in the yard, and I thought, since all the wood comes from trees, this is the way it looks before we start cutting it. But if you slice it open, you get a neat little board. This is cedar, and it's really pretty, and it smells really cool too. But that's not the only kind. All the different trees have different kinds of boards. So there's a pine board and a poplar board, black walnut, another kind of cedar, and this is an oak board. And on the back side, I stained it with some different colors so you can see some different ways that you can make your project beautiful. So how are you coming with your plans, Whistler? You want to show them? Okay. You kids know what shape that is? It's a triangle. Good job. That's a square. Way to go. Well, we got a sharp bunch of kids here. This will get you. He says it's a really weird shape. I think he's right. How about this one? Another really weird shape. Whistler, I'm confused. This just doesn't make any sense. Too bad, so sad. Do you actually have any idea what you're building? Of course. Well, what is it? It's a surprise. Right. I don't think you're building anything, and I'm not surprised about that. And another thing, what kind of wood are you going to use? Oh, that wood right there. You're going to use that silly elk that you built last week? Yeah? Okay, if you say so. Oh, that would work. Yeah. But I don't think it's very pretty wood. I think it's beautiful. Well, I'm glad somebody does, but to me it just looks like a couple of worthless old scraps. God can use anything or anybody, even the whistler. Well, you know what? That's true. God is capable of making anything work. Kids, would you like to see the whistler and I come back next week and show how our projects are coming along? I'm a little worried about that project. Yeah? Okay then, let's say a little prayer and you can go back to your seats. Dear Lord, thank you for the plans that you have for each one of us. Even when others think we're just worthless scraps. Amen.